Hello everybody and welcome back to Doom 2! So, as you're seeing now, this is the final level of the game. Of the main levels, that is. The Icon of Sin. Now, the main reason why this level is called that is because, the Icon of Sin is actually what the final boss of this game is called. Now, what you're seeing right now is, it may look like there are no enemies to kill, but when we get into the fight itself, there's actually going to be a lot more fights than you would realize. And as you can see in the beginning, they actually do fully supply you with essentially all the weapons of the game. But anyways, once you enter this teleporter, there it is. Yeah, and as you probably just heard right there, the Icon of Sin actually gives off a speech. Yeah. Now as you just saw with that attack that the Icon of Sin does, is that it is actually in like an enemy spawner. See? Yeah, you see that blue block thing actually spawned to the pinky? But just be careful that it hits you. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that right there was just me showing you that you can easily get yourself telefragged by that little moving block. So just be very careful of that. In order for you to actually take down the Icon of Sin, is that first off, you actually have to go up here, then hit that switch, so that you can actually make this a platform like within the damaging floor. As you first off, to make it fully rise up. Then at that point, then you can actually use this little platform to rise yourself up, and so then you can actually use like the many rocket ammo that you get to blast the Icon of Sin in the head. Now, however, it is not as simple as you think it is, because not only do you have to deal with all of the spawning enemies that the Icon of Sin spawns in, but also the actual aiming your rocket shots onto his head is actually a whole challenge within in itself. Yeah. And then as for the actual enemies that you actually have to deal with, while at the same time you are dealing with while you are trying to blast the Icon of Sin in the head, is that the Icon of Sin actually spawns in almost every single enemy that you every single enemy that you've been seeing all game. Well, actually, almost all of them. Now, the only ones that the Icon of Sin does not spawn in are the are any of the humanoid creatures, like say the Zombie Man, the Shun Gunners, and also the Chain Gunners, and also the Chain Gunners, but it also does not spawn in any Cyber Demons or Spider Masterminds. So yeah, but as for any other enemies, that is what the Icon of Sin can spawn in. Look at that! With those rocket shots in his head, the Icon of Sin is done. Booyah! And look at that, 1400% on kills. Yeah, you can actually get yourself a huge number of kills, a number of percentage of kills with this thing. Yeah. The horrendous visage of the biggest demon you've ever seen crumbles before you. After you pump your rockets into its exposed brain, the monster shrivels up and dies. Its fragile limbs devastated untold miles of Hell's surface. You've done it! The invasion is over. Earth is saved. Hell is a wreck. You wonder where bad folks will go when they die. Now, wiping the sweat from your forehead, you begin the long trek back home. Ripperfeldy Nerve ought to be a lot more fun than ruining it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will. But anyways, and then after going for that piece of dialogue, after going for that last piece of dialogue in the game, then the game actually just shows you a whole cast of characters that you've been seeing, that you have been seeing all game. So yeah, and as you've seen here, yeah, they'll simply just walk, yeah, then they will simply just walk it in place. Then they will do a, then they will do a little like a attack animations. Yeah. Although the only enemies that they don't show up here is that, well, yeah, actually, this one here is a good example of that, actually. Now, while we do see the pinkies, but they don't exactly show, but they actually do not show any specters whatsoever. Yeah, for some reason they actually, for some reason they just left out the specters. And the only other enemy that doesn't show up is the Icon of Sin. Well, I guess since the Icon of Sin, it is essentially the background right now. So yeah, I guess you've been seeing like the Icon of Sin all around. But anyways, yeah. Yeah, Doom 2 definitely has a whole bunch of enemies, compared to the first one. Now I'm gonna say for the new enemies that we've been seeing all game, the Chain Gunners can be a pain. The Hell Knights, like I said, are more easier to deal with than the Barons. The Raptortrons can be punishing, if you're not too careful. The Pain Elementals are definitely annoying as hell. And the same could definitely also be said for the Revenants. And as for the Mancubas, they're not too bad. And the Archivals are definitely also, are also a pain. Yeah. They definitely are. And then we get into the one of the big boys, the Spider Mastermind. Now, I gotta say, while last fight with the Spider Mastermind was painfully easy, but I gotta say, yeah, that fight with it and also the Cyber Demon here, the battle that we got between him and the Cyber Demon, I was honestly expecting the Cyber Demon to win that, but instead, considering that the Cyber Demon was walking around so much, I guess that really, that's what led to the Spider Mastermind actually winning that. And we get to see our hero just die. And with that said, that right there is the end of the main levels of Doom 2. Although, of course, I haven't exactly done all the levels because, well, as you may recall, I haven't exactly done the second secret level of the main of these main levels. So after this video, that's when I'm gonna be first taking care of that secret level. And afterwards is where we're gonna be dealing with the master levels. Yeah, and let me just say this right now. Now, if you enjoy playing the levels, if you have not been playing any of these levels from scratch, just like I have been doing all game, then let's just say you're not gonna like the master levels all that much because, yeah, every time you select a master level, you start off from scratch. Yeah, meaning that the master levels are definitely gonna be a lot more tougher than these main levels have been, or may have been, or may have been for you. Yeah, but anyways, yeah. And there we have our lovely credits, which is essentially the same as they were previously in the previous Doom game. Yeah, now first they show off a few little like pictures of your adventures, like adventures. And then of course then we have our regular the regular upscrolling credits afterwards. Yeah. So yeah, so on everyone now, that right there was the mostly on the main levels of Doom 2. Now I guess since we're going for these credits as well, I guess I should talk about my overall thoughts on this game. Now, yeah, well, I did have myself enjoyable time, considering that, well, yeah, honestly, I did have myself a pretty good time with the first one, so yeah, of course, since this game also uses the same graphics as the first game. Since, yeah, which of course meant that I already know what I was gonna get myself into. It was just that some of the new enemies that they introduced, yeah, they obviously gave me a lot more trouble. And they're obviously going to be a lot, and even lot more trouble once we actually, once I actually get myself started with the master levels. Oh boy. Yeah, which is why I'm honestly glad that they were put to rest for the next sequel of the series. Yeah, now, yeah, I'll say this right now. Yeah, like about some of the enemies that they were introduced in this game. Yeah, they honestly, they actually do not show. They honestly do not show up at all within the next game. Yeah, which is kind of weird considering, since they just since this is the game that they introduced those sorts of enemies now. But it's just that, yeah, but at the same time, since some of those enemies were more annoying to deal with, yeah, honestly I was glad that they did not show up at all within the next game. Yeah. Although they of course did return within within the other installments of the series, so yeah, there's that. But anyways, everyone, that's it, and there's the end of the credits for Doom 2. Alright, now with that said, that's all I'm gonna do for now. So stay tuned for the master levels, and so to the next part. See you guys next time.